Morning, Chamber members. Welcome to Monday Minute for Monday, May the 4th, 2020. As we start the month of May, I just want to share with you a couple of good news stories on the voice of provincial chambers and chamber managers from across the province being heard and efforts in supporting business. Specifically, on Friday, Minister Jeremy Harrison, Minister of Immigration and Career Training, as well as many other titles he holds, announced a $1 million support program to run through the Regina District Chamber of Commerce in support of a province-wide marketing campaign to encourage Saskatchewan residents to support local businesses and their employees. And there will be more coming out on the plan, and of course the Battlefords has indicated that we will support and participate in the program so that our local vendors as well will have an opportunity to be promoted. It's a Together We Stand program that started with the Regina Chamber of Commerce, and my counterpart there, John, was very instrumental in getting the support for the province-wide campaign in order to get that message out for consumers. So you'll be able to see that program once it's rolled out on both in print and in radio, and we're working with them on other mediums of advertising as well. The second bit of better news, or good news, is that initially in the reopen plan for Saskatchewan, retailers were told that they would not be able to open change rooms and that they would not be able to accept returns and refunds or provide refunds for returns. And so the voice of the chambers across the province have said to the government that we need to have some competitive ability to compete with the Amazons and the big box retailers that have been open all along and that are accepting refunds. And so the government has announced some changes to their plan initially to allow retailers to actually do both things. First of all, they talked about the change room. So although you can only use every other room and they have to be cleaned after a customer is in trying on clothes, the opportunity exists at least for some trying on of clothing to take place. And moreover, on the return side, science tells us that the virus does not live on fabric more than 72 hours. So the intent is that the retailers must quarantine those returned items for at least 72 hours prior to putting them back out on the floor. And of course, any staff that are dealing with that return clothing must be wearing protective equipment. But at least there is an opportunity for local retailers or provincial retailers to be able to compete and to have that service available to their customers if they choose to do it. So the voice of the local chambers is being heard across the province. As well, I just wanted to update you. You may have heard yesterday, Minister Anand federally announced a supply council for the federal government, which includes 17 of the best and brightest people in the country, leaders in their fields. And specifically, I highlight it because the Honourable Perrin Beatty, President and CEO of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, will be a senior voice at that table for the Supply Council to ensure that business voices are heard across the country, and certainly that means the voices of our network are being heard as he provides that leadership in that capacity. So you'll hear more about that council, no doubt, and they will be looking to secure things like supply chains, PPE supplies, all types of different things. But great news for the businesses in the country that Perrin will be representing us well at that table. So that's all I have for you today. I know you'll continue to get our twice weekly advocacy updates that will provide information on the programs as they come out from different levels of government. But I wanted to share these good news stories with you on this first Monday in May. I hope you have a great week of business. And for those that reopen today, thumbs up. Let's hope that everything goes really well and that people are staying safe and healthy throughout this first opening stage, and that we can move into phase 2 in a couple of weeks. Have a great week in business, and we'll talk again soon.